Okay, so this is going to be the tutorial on the final steps to finishing up your typography design. So what we're going to end up doing with our design is we're going to create a background color. We're also going to create a frame around your entire design, just so you can get an idea of how your design is going to look within this white space. And if you want to, you can also change the colors of your or the values of your letters. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is we're going to create a frame around your entire picture. So make sure to lock up all of your layers, and then you want to pull up the rectangle tool. Okay, rectangle tool. It might end up being the ellipse tool, polygon tool, ellipses, but you want to click on the shape as a rectangle. Just click and hold, and go to rectangle tool. And you want to make sure your fill is black, and you don't have any you have a stroke for your outline. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new layer, and this layer should be on the very top. You can title this your frame layer, so you know what it is. So this is what your frame is, and you're just going to click and drag and create rectangles around the edges of your work. Okay, so you just want to go around the edges of your work. You know, if you want to, you can fill up the whole space. It's up to you. I'm just doing enough to see the edges of my work. So, okay, so you can do boxes all the way around. And you know, if you miss the edge, then use the selection tool, and you can move these rectangles around as well. I'm moving it with the up and down arrows. So, okay, so that's how you're going to create a frame around your work. Now, when you look at your artwork or your design, you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like in that that small space that you want. And if you want, you can actually crop in some of your design. So, if you want to make it a little smaller, that's fine. You don't have to stick with that that wide rectangle that you started with. If you want, you can make it a little skinnier. So, okay, so I'm happy with how this design looks. And now you can lock your frame and unlock your other layers. Now to do a color for your background, okay, you're going to use that same rectangle tool. Okay, so click on the rectangle and then click on the color that you want to use. So maybe I might want to use like a light, well, I want to have a color that contrasts with this, so maybe I'll do like a light green. You can use more than 2 colors for this assignment. And so I'm going to go into my other layers. I'm going to go to my very bottom layer, my background layer, because I want my color to be in the background. And then you just click and drag to create a rectangle. And okay, so now it did end up covering some of my background a little bit. So just remember, after you create your shape, then you want to control click and go to arrange and send back, and that'll send your the color you made in the very back. Okay, and that's how you can get your background colors. Now your last step, okay, is going to be if you want to adjust any of your colors, because now that I look at my background color, I kind of wanted to maybe change some of these colors. Now you might have a hard time clicking some of these letters because of the way the type tool works. So for us, in order for us to click on the other letters in the behind it, we have like this black here on the D. I can't really click on it because the gray D is like popping up. So some of you may get frustrated with that when you want to change your colors. So in order for us to change our colors, we're going to have to change each of these letters into a shape. Okay, so this very last step that you're doing, okay, you just want to make sure that you're happy with how your design looks. The placement of your letters. Don't worry too much about the colors, just the placement. Because after you do this step, though, you can't really edit the text anymore after you do this. But to move on to this next step, you want to click on Object at the top. Click on, Object. Oh, okay, first thing you want to do is you want to highlight everything. So you just want to hit Command A, And Command A is going to highlight everything that you've done so far in your drawing. And then once you do Command A, or you can also just click and drag with the mouse and just highlight everything. You just want to select all of your items in the picture. Then you go to Object and Expand. And by default, it should be checked with the object and the fill. If they're not checked, check them out and click OK. And now what happened now is your letters, they've all become a shape now. So now I can actually click on the D behind it, and if I want to, I can change that color. Maybe I might want to make like a darker red, and maybe I might want to make this a lighter red in the front. So just remember, you can stick with the same colors, but if you want it, you can do different tints of colors. So for example, you can do for your reds. So like for your reds, you can do like a pink, or you can do like more of an ombre red. Alright, but just keep in mind that you want to stick with two colors. I might change this to like a darker green. You can do like a jungle green. Alright, but this very last step, this is where you want to adjust your colors. But oops, yeah, I might make this more of a vibrant red. Alright, so that's gonna be your last steps. Even these texts here, if you click on it, it's gonna click on the line text that you made. Alright, so that's how you're gonna finalize your design with the colors. Just remember, you want to have at least two colors, and you can have different values for those colors.